First off, thought manifests in a variety of ways. Just wanted to include some words I wrote down last amongst the people who like restaurants, such as myself. Here are 3 short messages of peace and love. A wise man once said, "You cannot know anything else in this world without first knowing thyself." The golden rule of thyself is pure and simple. We are creations of love and light. This is just like a newborn. What creates a child? The sperm and the egg? Well, physical things for a physical reality. But what is actually creation within an act of love. Some might say that it was unplanned or even a repercussion of a dreadful act such as rape. But in reality, if the woman chooses to give birth to that child, she has given it her love to create a piece of the puzzle. It doesn't matter what she chooses after the birth, which is her free will, but just committing to bringing a young old soul into this dimensional plane space of existence is love. So our divine birthright is our expression of free will. Since we have created such a society where love is so absent, then people tend to act with their free will in horrible, intangible ways that are completely degrading, selfish, and apart from these acts. These acts affect our soul's karma on so many levels. A wise man once said that every crime in which someone commits is just an expression of that individual screaming out for love from past events within their lives where love was absent, deprived, or in lack. They choose to do these things, for that behavior has been written into their subconscious. Love is the key. Love is everything. All that we believe we are or believe to see is light and love. So this is all we are. Nothing more, nothing less. All aspects of Divine Father, which is light, all aspects of Divine Mother, which is love. We send you this wisdom in all of our correspondences. Life. What a beautiful creation of love and light. Everything that you truly love always comes into play. Always coming into the beauty of the one. The essence of the one is nothing more than love. For once love surprises you, love conquers you with all of its glory. There is no denying the peace and prosperity that love brings, but love is nothing less than nothing without light. Light is the power, the wisdom of the divine knowing of all that is. Light brings together love into harmony with all, with one. We are one, nothing more, nothing less. Whew. Whoa. That was interesting rereading that stuff. I knew I was flowing within the river of light and love when I wrote that, but not with that kind of intensity. Interesting what a little energy of a place filled with love can do to your energy. Another time recently that I was there, I was also writing about love. First off, everything consists in the one true moment. I am going to call it God's moment. This is the moment of now. Past, present, future moments are all in this God moment. What else is in this moment is every decision that we could possibly make, which is an alternate reality, an alternate future, but is still within this God moment. So imagine, if you can, as many different directions that your life could have taken from any moment in your past. Well, dear ones, these moments, these realities are existing in this God moment, this moment of now. You have the ability to tap into any of these moments at will when you evolve, when we evolve enough in conscious thought. Now think of any moment in the future. any decision in the future that you might or might not make. Ah, more branches, more realities. Think about this. So we all have millions of realities consisting for each one of us. Each reality affects the reality of others, and so their reality branches off into new directions, as does yours. All these realities consist within the oneness, the one God moment that is the now. Just imagine this for a minute. After a few minutes, understand that all these realities, all these moments in time and space is just a 0.000000001 or less of that of what God is, what God consists of. This gives you a little tiny idea of what God is. God is truly unfathomable in our current conscious state. This is a reason to evolve up the spiral of ascension to get to know your God better. 12/28/2009. 12/28/2007. Different points in consciousness. I know now. I know how my sister feels when she comes in drunk or off of her pillar, so to speak. We all have our own unique realities, and within these realities, different aspects happen. Different decisions are made. When we come back to reality of the life that we know, it is almost mind-blowing, mind-boggling, for we have just experienced such a different perspective on life. I could feel my sister's awkwardness when she came back into the reality of her so-called family. The obligations, the lessons, and the determination to strive for something better. I didn't know what all this was until my brother visited, and I replaced positions and was in her shoes for once. It is quite awkward, quite annoying to say the least, but it all helps us grow. 10/22/2007. Who are we? So broad, yet it's such a simple question. We are what we are. All that is, some might say. Others might say individuals seeking our own truths. Still others will say that we are just biological systems of life that has no greater meaning than to just live. After this, there is nothing else, and these things are all true, depending on how you want to view the subject. We are electromagnetic creatures of light and love. Alright, same day, different time. Many things in this reality of mine has changed, but I am still here. Still all that is, as are all of us are. I want to talk about past lives, well, prayer, or a sense of talking to your inner being, inner essence that knows all that is but adheres to you in this conscious moment of now. It adheres to your life's lessons and your life's purposes for why you chose such things to happen in your life. First off, when you visualize your future, it does happen from anything to everything that you create in this reality. I knew a girl recently, and I gave her a note of intelligence and love, yet she took it wrongly because she visualized me being this type of person. It is what it is. I don't regret my decisions, but I do adhere to the power of knowing in which we all have the ability to access. It was an interesting experience, to say the least. Nothing more, nothing less. My whole life I have went through situations that I have been sincerely attached to, meaning that I think about them often, actually quite a bit. And it wasn't until I learned to balance myself that I was able to eliminate these thoughts out of my mind. We all do this, but most of us don't acknowledge that we are doing this and move on subconsciously, not consciously like I have done. I have been through many trials within my life, and it wasn't until I opened up to all that is that I understood these trials and lessons. I say this with truth and knowing. All of us are here or there and in human perspective of time before. There is not one incarnated soul that has not been within this world before. Well, I don't mean it like that, because there are pure people, pure energy that doesn't have to deal with cosmic lessons of karma, what we have done in the past. Jesus, son of Joseph, were one of these people.